Snap shares plummet 43%, and Saudi says it can't tame oil markets. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Farrage. The S&P and the Nasdaq closed in the red, retreating from Monday's gains, and much of that sell-off was driven by a profit warning from Snap, which sent its shares plummeting 43%. That's its worst single-day loss in history. That took down the entire social media segment, with Meta, Google, Twitter, and Pinterest all notching significant losses. And these losses are reflected in today's Forbes Real-Time Billionaires ranking, where our second biggest loser today is Meta's Mark Zuckerberg, down $5.2 billion with net wealth of $65.1 billion. Our third-place loser is Alphabet's Larry Page, down $4.4 billion with net wealth of $91.7 billion. But our biggest loser today is Elon Musk, down $11.2 billion with net wealth dropping below the $200 billion mark to $198.7 billion. Check out our website and our social media for all of the latest billionaires news. Despite these losses, Wall Street strategists expect U.S. stocks to end 2022 above current beaten-down levels. A Reuters poll of 43 strategists found they believe the benchmark S&P will end this year at 4,400, a roughly 10.7% gain from this week's levels. The S&P is down more than 16% since the start of the year, with the war in Ukraine and COVID lockdowns in China adding to the long list of worries for investors. The UK says it will see a $12.5 billion investment from the Qatar Investment Authority through a new strategic investment partnership agreement. The agreement, signed during a visit by Qatar's Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani to London, will target sectors including renewable energy, technology, education, and healthcare over 5 years. Trade between the UK and Qatar touched $6 billion in 2021, with total Qatari investments in the UK at $50.14 billion. ADNOC and Masdar have acquired stakes in BP's planned blue and green hydrogen projects in Teesside, England. ADNOC will take a 25% stake, marking its first investment in the UK. Masdar will acquire an undisclosed stake. The projects are forecast to collectively fulfill 15% of the UK government's 10 gigawatts for hydrogen production in 2030. The new agreements build on 2021 agreements to develop clean energy solutions in the UK and the UAE. Saudi Arabia says there's nothing more the kingdom can do to tame oil markets, implying it has no plan to accelerate its gradual production increases. Speaking at the World Economic Forum, Saudi officials said there's no shortfall of oil. Earlier, Saudi officials said a refining crunch is to blame for soaring fuel prices. As oil prices surged in the wake of the Ukraine war, Saudi saw a $15.3 billion budget surplus in Q1 this year. Saudi Arabia's power and water utility company for Jubail and Yanbu, known as Marafiq, is reportedly looking to raise $1.2 billion by selling a 30% stake in the second half of this year. Marafiq has reportedly selected HSBC and Riyadh Capital to oversee its IPO. The move comes as Saudi seeks to diversify its oil-dominated economy by selling stakes in state assets, including its stock exchange and oil giant Saudi Aramco. Total Energies will buy 50% of Clearway Energy Group, the fifth largest renewables company in the U.S. It marks Total Energies' largest American renewables energy acquisition. Total Energies says it will team up with Global Infrastructure Partners, the independent infrastructure fund manager, for the acquisition. And finally, the Premier League says it approved billionaire Todd Boehly's bid to purchase Chelsea FC from longtime owner Roman Abramovich. It leaves the final step of the sale up to the UK government before the takeover is complete. The British government wants to ensure that none of the proceeds will go to Abramovich, whom the UK sanctioned in March. I'm Ramia Farrage. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.